it's starting to come down up here. Customer called us because during the last crazy rains we had last Tuesday, their tenant reported that they were having some challenges with water coming into the second floor. We're just going to kind of look across the way here, and you can see you got a bedroom on one side, a bedroom on the other side, common roof up top. So we're on one of these flat roofs, looks like that, trying to figure out where the water is coming from. So we're going to flip the camera around and we're going to show you sort of the obvious, first time I've seen this one, but pretty obvious what the problem is here. So when we get up on the roof, when you do architectural shingles, in theory, these joints are supposed to be staggered at least, I think 6 to 8 inches, depending on the manufacturer. Everyone's a little bit different. I like to see 8 or better, 9 or better whenever possible. Some guys go 10. So I get up here and the gaps are not exactly standard and even. They're kind of cut sort of wonky, and they're really too close together, especially these three right here. Boom, boom, boom. They should not be that close together. And this was actually the first one I saw. Taking my measurements from inside the house for where the leaks were. We were 11 feet from that wall. Well, where do you think 11 feet brings me? Right about here. And we were between 32 and 48 inches up from the interior, from the inside wall. And guess where that puts me? Just about below here. And when you get in close, I don't know if you can see what's wrong with that or not. See if I can get this to reveal where you can see it like I can see it. You see down here in the bottom, you see that lower shingle? The shingle here. Do you see that mark there? That's a cut. It actually looks like a circular saw cut to me. And what I don't know, and that gouge runs all the way up through that lower shingle, which is supposed to be, part of the protection of the roof right now. What did they do? They have one guy roofing from this side across and the other guy coming this way back, and then where they met in the middle, they just kind of cut this and Frankensteined it together. I'm not sure, but we've got a cut here. Okay, great. That's our smoking gun. That's where the leak's coming from. No problem. Why is there another gap? Why is there another gap? Just 8 inches over. What's that about? And I can see the guy's knife went through that one too. So, okay, there's a problem. So let's start working our way down, and we just start checking the rest of these. And we'll get my bar here, and we'll just kind of look and kind of make our way down, see what we see. Oh, look. Here's another one where it's just been absolutely cut, and somebody tried to goo it a little bit. Maybe that goo is just starting to fail. Now we got a big wide gap over here. What's that about? Another one down here that's kind of funky looking. So I'm not sure what these guys were thinking, but whatever it was, here we are a couple years later after the installation is complete, and it's leaking. And it's not the first time we've been in this neighborhood. I think they had 3 different home builders come through here, and I think all 3 filed bankruptcy was the story I was told. Don't quote me, may not be true. But that's what I heard. And maybe they weren't paying the subs at the end, and the guys were just rushing, trying to get done, get things finished, hoping to get paid something. I don't know what the deal was. But whatever, we keep finding dumb, stupid errors like this where, that just, it shouldn't be that way. If you're cutting that shingle, you should have dropped it on a piece of wood, knifed it, put it back in. Why are you using a power tool to cut through this where you're leaving scarring, deep scarring down onto the face of the shingle here? That's just kind of crazy to me. So what are we going to do today to fix it? Well, it's snowing. This leaked during a torrential gully washer of a downpour. I don't think we're forecast to have that here today. So we're going to throw some goo on this for right now. But the right answer might be to come through and wind up, replacing a whole series of shingles all through this area. And that's going to be kind of hard to quote because we're not going to necessarily find them all sitting here in the snow today. It may just kind of have to be one of those time and material things as we take it apart. So he also had a leak a little bit further over in this next room, and that could be something that dripped in and traveled, or it could be another similar problem over here. So we're going to get these gooped up for now, just sort of the emergency fix, and then we'll take our broom here and we'll try to make some space on the other part of the roof so we can check that out before the snow gets absolutely ridiculous. This is Drew in beautiful Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. If we can solve a problem for you, there's nothing our team doesn't do. Roofing, siding, windows, doors, decks, kitchens, bathrooms, basements, plumbing, electrical, drywall, spackle, paint, flooring, gutters, drainage. Build your custom dream home addition to garage. You let us know what problem we can solve for you. Take a picture of what's bugging you, send it to us right here on our Facebook page. Go over there and click that contact us button there at the top. Send us all your contact details with those photos and a list of what you want done. Our dedicated office staff is standing by weekdays 9:30 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon to answer your calls at 484-748-7708. Cope Construction and Renovation, serving all of Sutter and Chester County along the Route 1 corridor from Nottingham to Chadds Ford and back again. Located at 3114 Limestone Road, Suite 1C, Cochranville, Pennsylvania, 19330. When we're finished with it, you're going to be proud to say it's not just done, it was Cope built. Your only complaints could be, how come no one told us to call him sooner? We'll catch you guys in the next edition of Forever Home. Bye for now.